Peterbot is undoubtedly the best player of our time. With over $200,000 in earnings and having dozens of tournament wins, he's at the peak of his career right now. And then there's me, with 0 earned and minimal PR. I would consider myself pretty trash. So I'm gonna try and change that. For the next 3 days, I'm gonna train like Peterbot. And at the end of the 3 days, I'm gonna play the Solo Victory Cash Cup to see whether or not I can actually earn with Peterbot's routine.
Let's go!
Peterbot usually starts off his routine with playing Kovacs, in which he runs a light routine of only 4 scenarios. Although he hasn't fully leaked his routine, there are still some scenarios that are extremely similar to Peterbot's. So I'll just be using the one that's the most similar to his, which consists of switching, tracking, and reaction timing. And since there is so little, I'll be playing each one twice. And after dudding all my scores, I hopped on Fortnite, which we're gonna be
starting off with PGs.
I called up my brother for a quick 1v1, and in the beginning, everything was going great. But I won't lie to you, towards the end, it was more arguing than PGs, but I still got to work on the routine. It was while I was playing ESL yesterday. I also wanted to make sure to keep a keen eye on my mechanics.
You think mid-game or mid...
My mechanics were looking pretty good, but my aim was also top tier. It was now time to move on to the third part of the routine. Usually Peterbot does wager people, but since I'm broke, I'm just gonna be 1v1ing them in zone wars. Full box?
Nope.
You know what they call autistic people? A chromie? Although I did end up losing 10-6, it wasn't a bad performance by me. I wanted to see if I could translate this skill into a real game. Scared the crap out of me.
What? I think it would be like Booga.
Is this real, bro? Like these kids, I won't lie to you, I dudded. But to be fair, this guy was playing like his life was on the line. Either way, hopefully day 2 will be a bit better. Day 2 started off pretty interestingly. I was dudding most of my Kovac scores, but at the same time, I was getting close to beating the high scores. Like on the tracking scenario, I ended up tying my own high score. One thing I was having trouble with though, is the reaction time routines. I guess when I used to do these, I was Boogo or something, cause there's no way my reaction time was that teed. But after finishing that up, I went right back into Fortnite and loaded into the 1v1 map where I would be trying something different. You see, I usually play edit on release off, which means I have to double click every time I edit something. But Peterbot plays with it on, hence why his mechanics are so good. So I decided to switch to edit on release on, which is why you might be seeing me mess up my edits a lot.
I just reset it fast. Because my fingers are too fast.
But despite that, after completely wiping him, it was now time to move on to zone wars, where the outcome wouldn't be that different.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Nah. No. Look at the little baby. Eat that.
Yeah, so not only were my mechs getting better, but my aim got exponentially better too. And after beating him 7-4, it was time to go into some ranks. After absolutely dudding all my ranked games yesterday, I was looking for some redemption. So after wiping off spawn and a few mid-game fights, I keyed medallion, and well, watch what happens. After absolutely droning and dying, I called it quits for the day in hopes that tomorrow would bring something different. It It was now day 3 and I have still yet to get a high score on Kovacs. Although I was close, even tying my score on this one, it just wasn't good enough. But Kovacs wasn't the main thing on my mind. I knew that I had to get better at my timing with my edits, and by that, I don't mean grinding PGs. Although I did do the whole routine today, I only did it for like 30 minutes or so, because I wanted to focus on in-game fighting. Because for the last 2 days, I haven't won a single ranked game. So let's see if today is the day. After surviving Redline Rig, I ended up keying Medallion, and I currently had 2 out of the 3 Medallion. But during the fight with the Medallion, I ended up running out of mats, and well, just watch what happens. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh crap.
And now that I had all 3 medallions, with a whopping 7 kills, there was only one thing left to do. Clean the lobby. After dropping my first ranked win of this whole challenge, and with the solo cash cup being mere minutes away, things were looking good, but I have to set a few challenges for myself. Since we are doing the Peterbot routine, there will only be 2 challenges. The first one is to drop a 20 kill win in Opens lobby, and the second one is to win a finals game. Although you might be thinking 2 isn't enough, even though I've played dozens of solo cash cups, I have never done either of these once. But with my hopes high, I queued up and it was time for game 1. You might be wondering off bat why I'm not landing Redline Rig, and I'm sure you're also wondering why I have 2 points and it's also game 1. Disregarding that, game 2 was also pretty interesting. After racking up 2 kills, I was on a roll and I decided to key another fight, and well, I'll just let you see what happens. Yeah, I was now 2 games down, and the 20 bomb was nowhere near in sight. But it's still too early to give up hope. Now, it's time to play a little more aggressive. Now that I had all 3 medallions, and knowing full well that I was in the droniest lobby ever, this would be my one and only chance to drop a 20 bomb. go! Maybe 20 on the dot. With me dropping my first ever 20 bomb and completing challenge number 1, all I had to do now was qualify. And I was only a few points away from that. It couldn't be that hard, right? I was now on 122 points, and I only had time to play out one more game. I'm around 5 points from qual. Since I want to add suspense, you won't be getting to see how many points I have. After getting out dropped and swerving to another split, things were looking bad, but I ended up making it work, eventually camping my way into the endgame, where things would ultimately take a turn for the worst. Do you want to hit her? Close one.
Nice.
No way, bro. Is that real? After that, things were looking down. A finals win looks like it was impossible to reach. That was until this game happened.